I'm 16, COVID lockdowns have just ended, and I'm about to start the first day of college, just like every other day. I roll over in bed, open up Instagram, and bust the first nut of the day. I had no friends. All my mates either moved away or took different classes from me, and so every day in college, I'd put my headphones in, put my hoodie on, stare at the floor as I'm walking through the hallways because I don't want to make eye contact with anyone. I get to class as fast as I can, and once my classes are done, I practically sprint home, lock myself in my room, and just play CSGO for the rest of the day. I was part of this team and we were going on events and doing tactics and all this shit. But realistically, it was just an excuse to numb my brain again. Same with the scrolling, same with busting a nut before class. All I was doing was distracting myself so I didn't have to think about my actual life. For months, I did the same thing every single day. And it's not like I didn't want to change. I wanted to have friends. I wanted to make more money. I wanted to have something that I could work on. But my life was still miserable. I was doing just the bare minimum shit. Just so I got good enough grades so my mum wasn't pissed off at me that I dropped out. But that was it. And month after month, school started to get a little bit harder. I had to focus more. I was getting more homework. I had to stay after school and do shit. And what I didn't realise was all that time that I spent on extra homework or extra focus, that meant that I was spending less time on CSGO, less time on scrolling, less time just fucking around. And there was this one big change. That was one of the most important changes in my life. I took fine art for my A-levels, which is basically painting and drawing and all that stuff. And one day, the teacher hands us all this massive canvas and tells us we all get one each, and we can do whatever we want to it. You can paint, you can draw, you can do anything that you want. I remember this so specifically because for the first time in months, I actually got to decide on something that I was about to do. No teacher was telling me what to do. My parents weren't forcing me to do this. There wasn't anyone else I was trying to impress. I got to do whatever I wanted because I wanted to do it. All of it was fun, the painting and making your own ideas and getting all the composition right. I really enjoyed it. And so I started staying in on my free periods, staying in at lunch, staying in after school, and just working on this one thing that I chose to work on. I accidentally found a meaningful goal that I actually cared about. It was something that didn't really take any discipline. Sure, it was hard, maybe took me a while to actually make the painting, but the process was enjoyable, and I just wanted to do this thing. But of course, it didn't last for long. I'd go weeks, being super productive, staying after school, working on it as hard as I can, but in other times, I just completely give up, not give a fuck about it, don't show up to class, don't show up to my after school sessions, and just play CSGO all day. And when you go in and out of this cycle of being productive, and then 1 week just being randomly depressed, and then being productive again, that's called the RUT phase. And the thing is, I've been through so many phases like that in my life, and it took me years to figure out how to finally get out and never have one again. If you look around, most guys that are around you or that you've seen on the internet or in real life, they're all still the level 1 versions of themselves, right? Everyone's still scrolling, everyone's still playing video games, everyone's rotting their brains away. Even look at your old friends or maybe your current friends at the minute. They're all fucking degenerates, aren't they? And honestly, I can't blame them because I was stuck in that phase for so many years of my life too. But if you're watching this, then you're way ahead of everybody already. You clearly don't want to stay as the level 1 gooner for the rest of your life. And that's why I think you'd really benefit from my Discord, where I help multiple other guys get out of their rot phase and go from that level 1 gooner to the level 99 version. So join that if you want. It's not your fault that your life is shit and that you're in this rot phase at the minute. A rot phase starts because of a black swan event. And all that means is that something bad happened in your life that you didn't have any control over, and that fucked you up and took you off track. Maybe a breakup, maybe getting fired from a job, or maybe COVID lockdowns happening and then you having to be stuck at home and you're not allowed to do anything else. Something that you couldn't control happened. But if you want your life to get better, now it's your responsibility to start taking action. And the most important thing that you need to do, that I never hear anyone talking about, is getting your mental clarity back. Everyone on YouTube tells you to like go read a book or start these self-improvement habits or do all this gay shit, but no one ever talks about mental clarity for some reason. And this is why every time that you've tried to get out of a rut or tried to improve yourself or told yourself that you're just going to lock in, it doesn't work. Imagine your mental clarity is like the strength stat in a video game. The more you scroll, the more you goon, the more you play games, the more RUT effect is applied onto your strength, and that means that you go from like 10 strength all the way to 1 because it gets rotted away. And if you only have 1 strength, then of course you're weak, and of course you feel like a fucking loser. You need to get rid of the RUT effect, stop distracting yourself, and get your mental clarity back. Once you have high mental clarity, once you can start making decisions for yourself, once your brain isn't rotted away, that's when you can start leveling up your life, taking on new quests, and having new fun shit to do with yourself. That's when your brain can make decisions, choose a meaningful goal, and actually stick to it so you can start progressing and leveling up your life. Because otherwise, you're just stuck doing random shit that you don't even want to do, like random side quests, like, I don't know, waking up and busting a nut straight away because it's the only thing that you can think of. And that's how you live a fucking terrible life. You're never going to make any progress. You're never going to improve. You're never going to make any friends. You're never going to make any money. Like, imagine 20, 40 years down the line. Do you want to be the retard who, like, his kids don't respect him, your wife sleeps in another fucking bed from you because she thinks you're disgusting, and you still work a job where you get fucking bullied by your co-workers, or you just don't like your existence? Like, that's fucking hell. So look, I can yap for another like 20, 30 minutes, give you all the tips and tricks, how to stop scrolling, how to stop playing video games, how to get your mental clarity back. But realistically, like, you know everything that you need to do anyway, don't you? Like, you know that video games are bad. You know that scrolling gives you brain rot. You know this shit already. You don't need another how to get out of a rut video. You are stuck on level 5 of life, and you don't know how to beat it. Like, you've been in this rut for what, 3, 5 years now, and nothing's changed? And think back to any video game you've ever played. If you're stuck on a level, what do? You go and ask someone who's beaten the level, how the fuck did they do it? And I've beaten this level for myself and for multiple other guys, and I can do the same for you. I can show you what you need to work on, what meaningful goal will actually change your life, make it easy and fun as fuck to do, because once you have like a goal that you want to work on, and accountability from someone who's done the thing, bro, you're gonna progress so much fucking faster. And I'll tell you a little secret that's pretty fucking obvious, but most people don't even realize this. Tate, Goggins, Alex Hormozy, all the professional successful people that you've seen, they all had accountability. They all followed someone who beat the level before them and then just copied what they did. Because when you do that, you start leveling up so fast, you start unlocking new quests in life, new fun shit that you can do, and life is just way more enjoyable. I didn't figure out that I was stuck on like level 5 of life for years. I didn't figure out that I needed a meaningful goal, that I needed someone to help me. And if I had, I would have avoided so much fucking pain and made progress so much faster. That's why I made this Discord. Because you don't need to go through the pain that I did. You can just copy what I did, copy what all the other boys in the Discord have done, and just save yourself years of pain. So join the Discord, send me a DM once you're inside, and stop being the fucking level 1 gooner for the rest of your life. Or just keep scrolling like a good little NPC.